Hello everyone, I'm Sammy from Acrobat.net, and today I'm going to show you how to find and download legitimate working modded APKs for your Android games, because if you've used the internet before to find mods, there's a lot of human verification scams, fakes, and even malware out there. So here is how you find legitimate working mods and hacks for Android. You simply go to Hackerbat.net. We have a custom search engine that only looks for cheats on legitimate websites where actual cheats are getting posted, and everybody who posts fakes or human verifications gets banned, okay? So that is why you should use Hackerbat.net. You can reach us by Googling Hackerbat or Googling game hacks, and you will easily be able to find us using Google, as you can see. So what you do on Hackerbat.net is you go for the Find Free Cheats icon at the upper corner of the screen, and you will be taken to our custom search engine. This only looks for cheats on legitimate websites. Now, what you're going to want to have is some information about the game that you're trying to hack, okay? So the most important information is, of course, the game name, the year, and the OS that you're playing on, in this case, Android. This tool works for Android, for iOS, for anything. So another piece of information you ideally would have is the actual build number of the game. Now, the way you find that out is, I'm using an emulator, as you can see, Nox emulator, but it works pretty much the same on your Android device. So you go to your settings, okay, as you can see here, you go to your apps, you find the game that you're trying to hack. Let's just go for Fallout Shelter, why not? So Fallout Shelter, you tap on it, and here you will be able to see the version, the build number for the app as it is currently on your device. Now in this case it's 1.13.21. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to go to Hackerbat.net Free Finder, and you're gonna want to enter the name of your game, okay? Fallout Shelter, okay? Now ideally you would enter mod, APK, or Android, whatever you want, doesn't really matter. And then the build number ideally, okay? In this case, 1.13.21. So 1.13.21 and go. That works for any game, any version, all right? And we are in luck. There is actually a mod for Fallout Shelter 1.13.21. Let's just check that real quick. Yeah, that's the actual real version. And all you have to do now is just go to the website where this legitimate mod is being offered. In this case, I have to pause my ad block, of course, because that's how these people make money. Let's give them the money. All right. So, and there you will also find a guide on how to install this specific mod. Now, most mods, not all mods, especially online game mods, will require you to have a rooted device. For that purpose, I recommend using an emulator because, for example, Nox emulator can easily be rooted by simply enabling the options in the setting. I generally don't recommend rooting your actual Android device, but if you have an old one laying around, that doesn't really matter if it gets bricked. You can do that as well. A lot of mods, especially, as I've said, online game mods, will require you to root your phone in order to actually patch the app and patch the files on your phone in order for it to work correctly. Now in this case, all I have to do is download the APK and install it on my device, which I'm not going to do right now, but this is how it works, okay? This works with anything. Now what you're going to want to do if the game gets updated, especially in the case of online games, is you're going to want to do the exact same thing, but you're just going to enter the new version, okay? For example, 0.14 or whatever. If the app gets updated on your phone and you need the new mod for the new build, you just go back in there again, you check the version, you enter the new version, and you download the new app to replace it. Or you go back to the page where you downloaded the latest app or the last app, just copy paste that into some kind of file or wherever, bookmark the page so you can find it again. And if the app gets updated, you can simply download the new version at the place where you downloaded the last one, if it gets updated, of course. Now, this is the safest and easiest way of doing this. Of course, you can try and use Google or other search engines to find mods, but I would say over 50% of the things that you're going to find there like over 80% will be either outdated or fake or scams, okay? And the very dangerous thing right now is that a lot of malware for mobile games is now developing. Now, we had a long time where there wasn't a lot of malware or adware and so on for mobile devices, but that stuff's coming. And guess what? Fake mods will be the way that is proliferating and being spread around on your Android device. So please, 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 guys, for your own security, for your own safety, for the safety of your device or your emulator, first of all, use emulators. If you break your emulator, all you have to do is uninstall it or wipe it. No harm done. Please always test mods on an emulator before testing it on your phone, if at all possible, okay? And second of all, use hackerbot.net. Just Google hackerbot, you'll find our free cheats finder software, and you will be 99% sure that what you're gonna find through the search engine will be absolutely legit and clean, because the forums that we reference, that we use, as the legitimate sources that we have in the search engine, do moderate their content extremely well. Now, once in a blue moon, a bad fish will get through, okay? That does happen with forums. That's the way that sadly works. But a majority of the time, a huge majority of the time, to the point of you being pretty much sure that you're going to be absolutely safe, nothing bad will happen whatsoever. If you're just using Google to find random files and download random stuff from random websites, you're going to be in trouble sooner or later, unless you're extremely, extremely lucky. Anyways, guys, as always, keep it tuned to hackerbot.net. You're not always going to be able to find the latest version of mods, especially if the game has been updated very recently, okay? So you might not find the version 1.14 as soon as it is released, because the people that make the mods obviously do need time to update them once a new version of the game is released. So just keep coming back, search for it. Eventually it will be released and you will find the latest version of the game mode that you're looking for, if the game that you're looking to mod is decently popular. And there's a hacking community for it. Now, if there isn't enough people that create mods for that particular game, you can try and use cheating software. You can find that at cheatware.net. Just Google cheatware and you'll be able to find it. We have Android game cheating tools, and there is also a tutorial that I will link in description on how to use memory editors to create your own cheats. That mostly works on single player games, but also on multiplayer games if you're really good with using it. Anyways, guys, I hope this helps you guys to find legitimate mods and not fall for the fakes and the human verification scams and all the rest of it. It's a lot of fake stuff out there, more fake stuff than legit stuff, in fact, which is why hackerbot.net is here to help you. Anyways, guys, I hope this helps. I hope you guys are able to install your mods. I hope you guys have your emulators ready, because it's really the easiest way of doing things and the most risk-free way. And we should be glad that on Android we are able to run emulators, because, for example, the iOS people don't have that luxury. Anyways, guys, thanks you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.